Hello guys, so we are back with another coffee break episode. I have my coffee and I also have some chips because I thought that Cleo was being really good, so I got some chips for me and then I'm also going to give her some, and that's why she's whining, if you can hear her, because she's down here. So we just went for a walk and yeah, now we're filming. So if you're new to my channel then you won't know about this. So every Sunday I post a coffee break episode and it's just me talking about either random stuff, or I pick a topic, or are they gonna wanna park like, she was checking like her food bag. Someone really wants to like park this way. Oh, you can't go that way, love. She doesn't know. It's one way. It was an old lady. But I don't think she knew that it's one way, so you can't go up that way. Bless her. She's literally driving up that way and people are driving towards her. It's so bright in here. I'm just trying to sort that out so that I'm not like crazy, but it's actually really hot, so I might have to turn the car on. Like, whenever I film these videos, it always all of a sudden gets really, really warm, and then I just can't concentrate because it's so hot. Right, let me sort out the situation. We're going to put the aircon on, and that's that. So, because Cleo's hot as well, which is the issue when you bring your dog along. So, the aircon's on, we're good. So, sort this out. There we go. So, yeah, as I was saying, coffee break, I talk about topics and sometimes just updates. So this week it's kind of an update and a topic in one. So I wanted to talk about some Netflix programs that I've been watching recently because I want to know what people think of them, because I think they're amazing. So turn the radio off. Oh bless them, they've had to come back down because they realise they can't get out. The old people that went that way, oh bless them. So yeah, we're going to talk about some Netflix stuff, but first, updates. So I've had a few more days at work, so that's really good. I know the routine now, like off by heart, so I literally get in, I set up. So again, if you're new to my channel, you won't know, I on the weekends, I am a servery assistant at a care home, and then I bake the cakes like full time, but I do that on the side for a bit of extra money. And it's only 9 hours a week, so it's not very much at all. So yeah, I've had a few more days doing that. Absolutely love it. So that's 3 evenings, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's going really well. And the cakes, I got loads of last minute orders for next week. So it's gone from being like a fairly quiet week to maybe being like a manic week. I've got a cake that I've just finished today, brownies that are halfway done, I just need to decorate, they're all baked. Then I need to bake some brownies tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I need to start baking for the weekend. So the weekend I've got a treat box. I had an inquiry for 30 cupcakes and 20 cake pops. So if she gets back to me, then that's going to be really manic because that's for Saturday. And then on Monday, I've got a brownie stack, which is like loads of brownies stacked on top of each other on a cake board. And then you can put like chocolate on there and a bit of buttercream. So I'm going to do that. And then I've also got a new home box, which is actually for my brother, but my mum like ordered it through me. So that's another treat box, but it's like new home themed, so it'll have like little house toppers and stuff like that, so it'll be really cute. But yeah, so it's very manic. Oh, and I've actually got a cake for the Sunday as well, a little vegan cake, because I do these 4-inch little mini cakes. So it's very, very busy next weekend and this week. So, and I have to work that weekend as well, so it's going to be very interesting. Cleo really wants a chip. There you go. So that is the update for work. You may have noticed I dyed my hair. I did that on Tuesday. Absolutely love it. It's a lot lighter than it was before, but it's nice. I like it. So that's all the updates, I think. Now on to the Netflix stuff. So if you don't have Netflix, I'm sorry, because I don't think these are on Prime. And just a quick note, if you've been watching these from the start, you'll know that in the first one I got given a toffee latte by accident. I ordered a just a normal latte. I wanted an iced latte, but they don't do them. So I ordered a toffee latte instead. Like, they gave me that, I didn't actually order it. And I thought, you know, like, I'm gonna be really annoyed, like, I'm not gonna like it. And then I loved it, and now every week I get the same thing. So that's really interesting. I didn't think I'd like toffee lattes, but I do, so that's good. So now it's my go-to drink for all of these episodes. So literally this is like the 4th one, I think. And it's the 4th time I've got toffee latte. I did consider getting a cappuccino, but I don't know what they taste like, so I don't want to risk it. I'm more of an iced coffee kind of girl. But yes, so coffee is good. So onto Netflix. There's 2 main programs. One of them is actually number 1 at the moment, so if you have Netflix you will probably know, and it's Emily in Paris. So I am obsessed with this. I've watched it twice. It's a series, there's 10 episodes. So it's about a girl that lives in Chicago and she gets a new job, or like she gets transferred to Paris. So she goes there on her own, and it's kind of about like her love interest and her new job and like how she's getting on. And it's a typical like romantic comedy kind of thing, and it's just really, really good. I don't want to spoil it because people might not have seen it, but yeah, it's about like all her love interests. So you're kind of sat there and you're like, oh my god, another one, like another guy. She ends up having like 5 guys liking her. So yeah, I really, really liked it. And there's a lot of like Paris stereotypes, I don't know if you call it, where it's like typical things that you'd think like, oh, typical like romantic Paris like situation. When stuff happens, you think, oh, that would definitely happen in Paris, like it wouldn't happen in England, you know. So it's really, really good, and it's a series. So yeah, I've watched it twice. And then the other thing that I've watched twice is A Nice Girl Like You, which is hilarious. If you aren't into like crude kind of like sexual stuff, then you won't probably like it. But it's like a romantic comedy again, but it's about she gets broken up with, and she is just like, she's very traditional when it comes to like sexual stuff. So she makes like a list to go to a strip club, go to a sex store, all of this stuff, to be like, to prove herself as not being like a prude. And it's just hilarious because there's just so many funny bits in it, and it's got Lucy Hale in it, and I love her because I used to watch Pretty Little Liars. And yeah, it's just so funny, and the guy in it is really good looking, so that just makes it all better. But that's really good, and I wouldn't be surprised if that like goes up in the ranks in terms of like the number on Netflix, because that's really good. But it hasn't been out as long as Emily in Paris, and again, that's a series, so I feel like it's going to be higher because people get a whole series to watch, whereas I felt like that film just wasn't long enough. Like, but I've watched it twice now, and it's really, really good. And I watched it twice in a row. Like, I literally watched it last night, and then I watched it the night before, and it's good both times. So I would definitely recommend those 2. And then one that's a bit more like crime, it's like 3rd on Netflix, is I think it's The Killer Next Door. I'm not sure exactly what the name of it is, but it's something along those lines, and it's basically about a woman that comes home, and then the next morning they can't find her. Like, her friend drops her off home late at night, and then the next morning they can't find her, like they haven't heard from her, and she's like disappeared. And the husband, as far as you're aware at the start, he is exactly the same as the friend, like he doesn't know where she is, she's run away with the kids. So that's kind of where it starts, but it's really, really interesting. It's like a documentary style, so if you're into that kind of thing, then I would recommend. But the fact that it's number 3 on Netflix, it's clearly a good sign. But again, that's really, really good. And also, there's a girl like across the street from me, and I'm pretty sure she knows that I'm sat here filming because she's literally just staring at me, but I'm gonna try and ignore her and make it look like I'm just eating with my dog. What was I saying? Ratchet is there's quite a few members of what is it called? American Horror Story. The main woman in it is from American Horror Story, and it's just great. Like, it's really, really good. It's very out there. It's about a mental hospital, which kind of goes with the whole AHS theme, but it's about a mental hospital, or like, you know, back in the day what they were classed as a mental hospital, but it includes, you know, people that have, I don't know what one of the guys has. I think it's like where he has anger issues. I think it's like, then there's someone that's got like ADHD. I don't think they call it that, but so it's kind of a mental hospital, but in like the 1950s. So certain things, you know, nowadays you wouldn't obviously put people in a mental hospital for that, but they have very like crazy methods of treating people, and it's meant to be outrageous because you watch it and you think, oh my god, that's like ridiculous. But yeah, it's like the crazy hospital person is kind of the theme of it, but it's very AHS in terms of like there's kind of a torture theme to it. But yeah, it's really, really good, and it's not like crude torture in terms of like really gory, but it is really, really good. It's really hard to explain because it's very out there. It's a bit like Black Mirror. Like, again, I love Black Mirror, but trying to explain it to someone is the hardest thing ever because it's loads of like sci-fi, you know, futuristic stuff, which we don't have now, so trying to explain it to someone is really difficult. But those are probably like my top 4 things to watch at the moment. If you have any recommendations for Netflix, I would take them because I watch it so much, and yeah, I get through it. I really need some good recommendations. I feel like some stuff I miss as well because I like brush past it because I think it's not going to be good, and then it ends up being good. Everyone is leaving McDonald's now. So many people are driving past. But yeah, so that is all my favourite things on Netflix at the moment. I think that was all the programs. Yeah, those are all the new ones anyway. Yeah. And in terms of music, this is a bit random, but I heard my mum listening to Shawn Mendes yesterday, and ever since I've been obsessed, like obsessed. I played it the whole way to work yesterday, whole way back, and then I'm gonna play it when I go today, and I actually played it on the way to McDonald's. Yeah, it's really, really good. Like some of his old stuff, his new stuff's good, but like his old stuff, I can literally like scream the house down singing to it. It's so good. But yeah, I haven't listened to him for ages. If you have any like recommendations of good music, like old music, because I want to make a playlist for the gym, like an old music playlist, or if you just have a gym playlist that's already made, that would also be great. Because yeah, I'm terrible for like ideas of music. They're really looking at me. I was trying to hide because there was some people pulling out of a garage opposite me, and they were like pulling out and like waiting, and they were just staring at me. Yeah, I think that's all the updates. I don't have much to talk about this week. I don't know why. I need a topic for next week. I'm thinking of filming it earlier. I usually film like Friday or Saturday for Sunday, but I'm thinking because I have a free day on Wednesday, I'm thinking that I'm going to film it on Wednesday. So if you have any topics, let me know, or any questions, anything like that, because I want things to talk about in next week's video. I will come up with a topic if not. Let me just check. I did post on YouTube asking, and knowing my luck, there will be nothing on there. But I did ask if people had any topics, but it was so last minute that, like, literally 5 minutes before I left, so probably not. No, sadly not. But yeah, so that is what I'm doing. So yeah, for next week, let me know if you have any topics down below, because I want to talk about things that you guys want to hear about. There you go. Little update on Cleo. She used to never walk off the lead. Literally, I've had her for over a year and she never walks off the lead. And then in August, I used to always take her for walks anyway, but I didn't take her as often. Like now, because I'm working from home, I take her almost like sometimes twice a day. So the amount of dogs that she would see, it's just nice for her to be off the lead, because it's a lot more social. Like, she can run around, she doesn't feel like she's pulling on the lead all the time, which like is annoying for me as well, because she doesn't pull, but if she's running around chasing other dogs and she's on the lead, like, it's just not ideal. So I wanted to train her off the lead, and it's taken me 2 months, and she is like perfectly trained off the lead. It's crazy. I actually thought it would take way longer, and it's probably taken maybe a month. She's been walking off the lead for a month already, but yeah, I was quite surprised. All I did was I took a bag of treats out, which I always do. I will never probably stop, because just in case for some reason she decides to run off. So it's always like good to have a bag of treats anyway, even if they're perfectly trained. But I would call her back and give her a treat, even when she's on the lead, like she's on an extendable lead. And I'd call her back, give her a treat, and for probably 2 weeks I didn't even let her off. I was just doing that, like every day. I was giving her treats when she would come back, but I was never letting her off. And then I started letting her off, only for like short periods, like literally to walk from, like, imagine your front door to the end of your driveway, like not very far, and then I'd call her back, put her back on the lead. So it was like short bursts of like off lead time, and then I started letting her off for longer and longer, and she's friends with a dog that we know from around the park, and that dog's really well behaved and like doesn't run off, and it's a bit older than her, so it also doesn't run around as much. So we walk around with her, and Cleo is really well behaved when she's with her. And actually last week, I'll insert a video, but she was running through, because it flooded, she was running through all the puddles and everything, but she came back afterwards and she was running really far, like halfway across the park, which, yeah, is quite a way away from where we were stood. But I was just like, don't panic, just let her run, and then call her back and give her some treats, and she came back straight away, so I was well chuffed. Ooh, that looks like an army truck. So yeah, she's fully off-lead trained, which is good, isn't it? You're so well behaved. You're getting lots of chips as well. So I think I'm going to end it there, because I don't have anything else to talk about. That was all my updates. I'll insert any photos of today's cake. I probably won't have anything else done, because yeah, it will be done like tomorrow, which is after this video is going up. But I will put in a photo of the cake that I did today, so that you can see that one, which is an ombre chocolate cake, and it's amazing. It looks so good, so that's exciting. But yeah, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and put any topics below, because, you know, I need ideas. Otherwise I'll just be doing my normal updates and I'll pick a random topic myself. So yeah, and just to let you know, I know it's really far in advance, but I'm gonna start filming in November. I'm doing Vlogmas this year, and I'm so excited. I did it last year. It was very, very stressful, because I started on the 1st of December, which everyone does, but I started filming on the 1st of December, because I had never done it before. Like, it was my first year doing Vlogmas, and I didn't really know how it worked. And then I realised that loads of people film a few weeks in advance, so that you're not having to film every single day, which is just crazy, and film and edit and upload. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to film maybe like 2 weeks of videos in November, like all hauls of like Christmas decorations, putting up decorations at the end of November, all that kind of thing, and then that will be posted, and then it means that throughout December I can film a video and upload it, but I'm not having to film, edit and upload all in one day, which is just too much. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. But if you have any particular videos you want to see for Vlogmas, let me know, because I'm planning in advance. I've got about 20 video ideas, so yeah, but obviously if there's any particular ones you want to see, like any baking ones, let me know, because I bake. I'm thinking of doing like a banana loaf, like cinnamon banana loaf recipe video where I share my recipe, and then yeah, because cinnamon is quite like Christmassy, so that's the plan. We're doing Vlogmas this year, so that is coming around really, really quickly. So I'm gonna leave it there because I keep rambling, and yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.